or you want to improve your life, um, you can hypnotize yourself and you can hypnotize others. And that's the cool thing about communication and making money and business and
Does
technology.
psychedelics play a part in that? Can psychedelics reincarnate you in any capacity?
I wouldn't do the shrooms and I wouldn't do ayahuasca. I would just smoke a blunt and have a glass of whiskey and read a book on a Friday night, record yourself reading it, a very powerful book. And then when you're sober, listen to yourself reading that book and you will gain complete understanding of the material. And thus you will reincarnate yourself into a different identity and you will become something new.
Well, that would be more so considered reframing in your mind, but that's not necessarily reincarnation. In order for reincarnation, you need physical death,
Well, I'm
biological
talking
death.
psychological death, not physical death.
Yeah, but the only thing is reincarnation, you need biological death in order for it to be actual thing.
Well, it's a concept. So you don't need necessarily your body to die to be reincarnated or to have your immortal soul transmit into a different carcass or a different avatar. I'm just saying that if you want uh, reincarnation or the metaphor of reincarnation, to me, I mean, this is just my opinion, that it's essentially a psychological, like you said, reframing.
I would say that it's more so believed in a concept, whereas like people that's like saying some people believe when they die they're gonna go to heaven, right? That's a belief, right, with a particular framework. Um, However, somebody can conceptualize that, right, or reframe it in their own mind to what that is. They can do that, but what it already is what it is. Like everything else outside of that is basically reframing the idea of what that thing already is in existence. So typically, reincarnation is life after physical death. However, somebody wants to conceptualize and reframe that in their mind for it to accommodate how they believe. That's what they can do, but that's not necessarily what it is initially.
That's a good analogy there, Ronya. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Uh, so let me ask you something. With the reincarnation, uh, do you think it's possible for us to live hundreds, possibly thousands of lives? Hey, JC, come on up.
I don't personally believe in reincarnation, so I think when a person dies, they're going. I don't necessarily think that they come back. What's their going?
I mean, we are in the third or the fourth dimension, right? This is the third dimension. So, like, if there are other dimensions, who's to say that we didn't have past lives or lives within these other dimensions? Why does our consciousness or soul, whatever, has to be constrained to this fourth job? Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, who's to say that there aren't infinite dimensions and infinite realities in which we're all existing and participating in right now, and this is just one. Who's to say that when we dream, we're actually just looking into different realities, different universes or different dimensions
Because we're
already
not.
existing.
It's your brain processing.
Right. So that well the thing is like uh, based off of what you like. Okay, so Tiffany, you just said you're not because that's your brain processing, right? So we came down to a scientific conclusion as to what's going on, right? So if you want to rely on science, then I would say there's no evidence to say that any of that would be true. Now, if we're actually just talking, um, what I mean, if we're talking possibilities, right? Like that may not necessarily
Well,
make sense.
it's not against
Yeah, I
religion.
guess it's
Very good.
possible.
No,
In
but
the end,
what it's doing is
that
it's
this
establishing.
under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of
There.
the people, by the people, for the people.
It's a
shall
function of
not
establishing
have
Christianity. It's establishing Christianity because that's their day of rest. You can't do certain things.
Yeah, and now you have a weekend. You really want to whine about it? Come on.
Yes, I do.
No, I'm fine with it. It's
You're
just
gonna get
weird.
kicked out.
It's just one of those.
No more taxes.
If alcohol,
In New York State,
hold on. In New York State, during the
No
COVID,
more taxes.
If you don't like it, you can get out.
okay.
Hold on, just one question. Hold on.
Yeah.
Get it.
I am not gonna be reported for anti-Semitism, right? With this this title, because it was your idea, Mike.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah,
John
we'll
is
see.
really recording.
Let us know what your alt account is. Let us, when you get a new account, let us know.
Let us know what.
The libraries are.
What your new account is once you get killed. You're fine.
But I gotta go get some books.
I love the title though. It's hilarious. Hi, John.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Happy 4th of July. See, this guy's in the right spirit.
Yo, I just saw Brian post the clip in the chat.
You need to talk quicker. Are you still
I just woke up.
I would like to read from the Declaration of the Independence of the United States of Jewish America.
Signed on July 2nd.
Hey, are you in France, Simon? Why did you just wake up?
I'm super jet lagged. I woke up at like
because
2:30
you
in the
came
morning.
back to
Where are you
France
flying from?
yesterday from Canada.
Where are you flying from?
Hey, John.
Montreal, Canada.
To where?
To Marseille.
Oh,
Franken.
wow, you're in
Oh,
France.
Frankenstein. France. What?
At least he's not in Paris. France
No,
coming
France
towards
yeah,
Paris.
Paris gotta be gross.
What?
They don't shower. They
Wait,
don't
Mayor, you don't think? Yeah. They aren't.
Paris is horrible.
They do shower, but
I know.
they don't shave their heads, so.
Did you see what they're about to do in France? They're about.
French are famous for not shaving.
Did you see what they're going to do? They're going to ban the Muslim Brotherhood and deport all radical clerics and shut down all radical mosques in the entire country. It's very exciting.
Happy July 4th!
Oh, hold on. That was Marine Le Pen if she gets elected. That was.
Yeah, and her F-boy is getting elected.
Yeah, it's her 28-year-old F-boy, just like how that piece of shit Macron got played up by that 80-year-old blonde who's, his wife.
There's something super French about an old lady putting F-boys in power to rule France.
I just can't wait to see the liberal heads explode when they start deporting Muslims out of France. It's going to be so exciting.
Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring.
How does that actually work? You put them on a plane and you send them to a country.
How does that work?
And the country
they can
doesn't
walk
want
them
them.
if they want it.
Yes, what you do is you arrest them, you march their asses to the airport, you put their faggot asses on a plane, you fly them back to their piece of shithole country, you kick them out of the fucking plane, and you say, "You're back, bitch. Have a good life. Don't come back."
Yeah, also they
And
have
if the
armored
army
buses.
said that
They
other
also
country-
have trains. They riddled the entire continent with train tracks.
Right. So where did they go? Look, I love the idea.
Wherever! Just get the fuck out!
Oh my god, yeah.
People don't
That'd
appreciate
be
the
hard.
justice of exile. And I think they should.
Yeah, look. Pragmatically, on the ground, it's gonna be difficult to execute.
Plus, she said they had to have a loyalty test first.
Shove them all up the channel. They can deal with the Irish.
Yeah.
Wait, the
I think
British
so.
are on the other side of the channel. They gotta keep swimming.
They already got enough
Yeah, I know,
votes
but the
in
British are
Irish.
going to want to deal with
They
that.
already got enough votes.
Send them over to Ireland.
Yeah, but they go through the channel, now they gotta swim to Ireland?
Yeah, they can populate Ireland.
That sounds like a very uncomfortable journey.
Good.
Vive la France!
Yeah, I just want the left to fucking win because I might move to the US sooner.
From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring.
So, should I read Atlas Shrugged or The Fountainhead first? Which one?
Read The Fountainhead first. It's a better novel.
Fountainhead,
Should we-
100%.
Should we make a book club? I'm in the middle of 2 books though, so should we start The Fountainhead?
I'm in the middle.
I would love
I'm
to.
actually in the middle of. I'm actually rereading Atlas Shrugged at the moment. but I'll drop it.
Yeah, but nobody cares. I was saying that I was going to start the Fountainhead this weekend.
Me too. I have it sitting on the shelf. It's huge. It's thick. It's scary. But
Yeah, it's like 600 pages.
Yeah.
It's like 600 pages.
But
Don't worry, Jacob.
the
It's not
thing-
gonna hurt you.
Stop. I know it's not.
The thing is that I don't like to do these book clubs where we go like, okay, let's all read chapter 1. No, it's like, okay, let's read a third of the book, you know?
Right. Exactly.
And then
Yeah.
let's comment
Yes.
it, and then, or
No,
Yeah.
I meant like
all the
more. Let's read the whole thing and have a discussion.
That's
Yeah.
No, but after the whole
that would
thing,
be,
you're
that
like
would be
all
my
petered out.
preferred. Hold on, that would be my preferred option. However, considering the length of this book, I think that we might be able to kind of like divide it into 2 or 3. Now,
Some people already
one
read the
that I
whole book.
like. What?
Some people read the whole book. So
What? 12th grade? What? In 11th
some
grade? You
people
remember?
rely on the Cliff Notes. What difference does it make?
No, they're called Spark Notes now.
What? Who cares?
Who cares?
Those are
It's
both
online.
different
Cliff
publishing
Notes
companies,
died.
just
Cliff Notes
summarizing books. How about the ChatGPT notes? That wouldn't be too hard either.
Oh, hold on. Let's see what it has
plot
to say.
notes. We use plot notes. That's it. So I mean, you would appreciate it. I'm in the middle of reading
Dude.
2 books.
What?
Why Nations Fail. Hey, you switched down.
I've heard Why Nations Fail.
And I'm also reading
I love that one.
Guns, Germs, and Steel.
Ooh, that's a good one. Makes a compelling
I don't
argument.
know that.
I haven't read that one. What's it called? Guns?
Guns, Germs, and Steel is about how the colonists conquered America when, by raw numbers, the natives should have had a far better fighting chance.
But let's be honest,
Yes.
they couldn't even add 1 + 1. I mean, you're talking about Cro-Magnums.
In 1 minute, but he asked me much more complex questions of why did Eurasia win the race. If you would have gone back to the beginning of history, you would not have predicted that Eurasia would be the strongest continent. He really, what he does means why did civilization as we
Is
know
this a
it
Malcolm Gladwell book?
No,
let me look it
No.
up.
I think it was
No.
even before Gladwell. It's like
No, his-
about 20, 30 years old, something like that.
He starts off the book with a question that he was in, I forgot which remote area, and they were getting their independence, and he basically said, why do you have all the commodities? And he goes on a long research of that question, but his main point is, why did the humans of Eurasia, which don't have any genetic or predisposition to be win the colonization?
Why do you say Eurasia, though?
Because it's one landmass.
Because there's one tectonic plate.
But you're asking
to get the
why did
tectonic
the giant-
plate.
Look at
Landmass
Jacob's
beat the little
PTR and
landmass?
you'll understand.
No, because it actually explains it in the book, but there's no physical barriers to get to
Right.
it.
It used
Britain.
everyone used to think
To
the
the Middle
continent
East.
was divided by Ural Mountains. But
What is the name of the book?
Guns, Germs, and Steel. But
He's
his
talking about the
point here,
conquest of the Americas.
his point here is that okay, I'll give away like a big piece of the book. The fact that it's an east-west oriented continent made
Yeah.
the travel of things go much faster. So you can get from Great Britain, which remained with backwater until the 17th century, but
Right.
then all the European innovations came to them and it went
Right.
up really quick. But when you go
Right.
south, like across the Sahara, which is, he considers North Africa part of his landmass, so that big landmass beat out South America. North
This
America,
is
and Africa.
racist and manifest destiny,
It's actually
Anglo-Israelism. You're all racists.
It's actually the opposite of racism because he doesn't
Okay,
blame it on humans, he blames it on the physical condition.
Let's
Yeah.
focus. So, the Fountainhead. It has four parts. Let's read part 1 this weekend, and we can talk about it on Monday. It's 200 pages. And then
You know, just get a life.
part 2 is another 200 pages.
You know,
Part
just get a
3
life.
is 127 pages. And part 4 is
Part 4 is about terrorism.
Are they
Shut
related?
up! Don't screw it for me, dude. I
Are they
haven't read it.
related? Are they related?
Wait,
It's
starting with the
terrorism.
Fountainhead,
That's kind of
is that the
terrorism.
decision?
You're gonna read a PDF document anyways. That's horrible.
Starting with the Fountainhead.
No, I have the actual book.
Yes,
I like
yes,
paper
Mayor.
books. I I
Yes,
have all my
Okay,
books.
so I added that to my library.
Just so you know how good it is, like
No.
leftists.
Oh, I don't know how good
What?
it is.
Don't do
It's
that.
good. It's very good.
It's good
Leftists
if you're like
absolutely
Don't fuck
lose
it up
their
for
mind.
me.
You wanna
Don't
blow up
fuck it up for me.
No, I'm saying leftists lose their mind when you say it's a good book. Like there's a
Okay, that was a good plug.
They're
That was
both
a good
trash writing. It's like bad erotica jerking off to industrialization.
Yeah, because
That's
it's
what
the
people-
romantic style. Like, if you're
Yeah, she's a
into
romantic
her
realist.
philosophy, it reads like poetry. And if you're against it, it feels like propagandist nonsense.
Correct.
Okay.
That reminds me of the Toira.
Really good plug. I got one there.
So we do the first part for Monday, and then we agree for when we can do the next part, and so on.
So this
Front
house will have a room.
Yeah,
That's
let's
about
do
it.
a run here on Monday.
Okay.
And let's do
Yeah,
it.
sounds good.
I
Let
think
me
Lisa's
check my
gonna
calendar.
Oh my God, Clown House is finally getting its act together. Mazel tov.
No, this is all
It's the juice.
Hey! So is Atlas Shrugged next on the list?
Yes.
Atlas Shrugged
Yeah.
is,
Atlas Shrugged is long though.
I
Yeah.
should also do
I
some.
wanted to
it's
say
also like
that-
Rape and her
We
I
should do
philosophy.
some-
wanted to say that there
Like,
is
it's
one
post-apocalyptic
of her
socialism.
books. Oh God, Tim, shut up, Tim.
It's 52 hours. Wow.
Like said. So I was gonna say that there is one book of hers that might be worth reading chapter by chapter, and it's just because it's essay,
Capitalism?
and that's the philosophy one. Who needs
Right,
it?
right. Her philosophy stuff is better.
So yeah, the philosophy book. Who
Which
needs
one is
it?
that?
And we can do. It's called
It's
that.
called
Philosophy.
Philosophy. Who
Who
Needs
needs it? It's called philosophy. Who needs it? And it's a book that was put together
I need it.
after her death. It was put together after her death, and so this guy took all the collections of essays that she has done, and instead of putting them necessarily in chronological order, what he did is that he put them as he would think that your
He curated the
thought
best.
process developed.
Hey, I
Yeah,
have
your
a
thought process
suggestion.
developed.
He made it a syllabus to study Randian philosophy.
I think it'll be more
Or philosophy in general.
It is
It's philosophy
interesting,
now.
and we can actually do a room per essay. You know,
Like
it
chapter
has
by
so
chapter,
much.
right.
Like it's
But
amazing. Yeah.
I
I
have a
haven't read it
suggestion.
yet, so this might be a mistake.
What suggestion?
But I
On the top is a 12-page called A Sex Thunder by Ray Bradbury, the progenitor of the butterfly effect
Yeah.
stories.
We're on the Matrix.
And it is sorry,
It's a
can you
short
hear me?
story though. That's not very long.
It's a story,
Oh,
but it
no,
is so
I know.
thought provoking. It's so thought provoking. We can have a great
Yeah.
discussion. And it
Okay.
takes 20 minutes to read.
which book is that? I want to read it right now.
It's called A
Wait,
Sex
we're gonna-
Thunder.
You're talking about the short story is Sound of Thunder.
No,
That
but
we can
that's
start-
what book we are going to read. It's
Oh,
our-
Marvin,
We're
maybe
on
it's
the
the Fountainhead.
because
The
we all want to
Fountainhead.
be
No, but Yoko, can you put what you're talking about in the
It's on top. It's on the top. It's a
I-
the
PDF.
one that is it's pinned on the top of our head.
I love how you losers think it's philosophy.
It is. It's very philosophical.
Really?
More propaganda
Interruption.
for her philosophy.
Right.
Why don't you go read Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus or Plato or Aristotle if you want philosophy?
You know what? Actually, you know what? I agree with that. Why don't we instead of doing Ayn Rand, why don't we do first Ayn Rand, the Fountainhead, and then we do a little parenthesis and read Marcus Aurelius?
How about if we're going to do philosophy, let's read a history of Western philosophy. It's a real good
Ooh, Bertrand Russell?
Yes.
Yeah, Bertrand Russell's the thing on the top.
Bertrand Russell is 50 years old and still a classic.
I only suggested the thing on the top so we can see how the dynamic is of talking about something.
But I think we're making a big mistake right now because we're doing too much at once. Let's start with the Fountainhead. Let's be successful and move on.
We could do
Like,
nothing
okay,
all at once.
I'm just saying that
I agree.
the Ayn
Free
Rand
beer
Institute
tomorrow.
The Ayn Rand Institute has a history of philosophy done by Leonard Peikoff, which is Ayn Rand's intellectual heir, and it's like I think it's like 52 parts, and like some of them are like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and like he covers like Plato.
It's not a bad idea.
He wants to indoctrinate us. Don't listen to him.
No, I think it's not going to work if we pick too much at once. So let's just set a date right now for the
Also,
Fountainhead.
let's be like
I
simplistic a second. Let's do the
Let's
platonic
focus.
dialogues. First of all, that's great to do back and forth. Those things they read great.
You know, the more you think, the more you speak, the further from the truth you're all going to get. That's what you might call philosophy.
Thanks, Stoic.
All philosophy is hypnosis.
Stop thinking. Stop thinking and end your problems.
Sorry.
Marvin, are you gonna join us for the fountain?
Hold on. Today's day is in honor of Tommy Hot Dogs.
No.
Marvin, are you joining us?
I know, that's the Nathan's hot dog eating competition.
Yes, Marvin. I'm joining you, and I'm going to go to Coney Island to watch the competition.
Okay. Wait, so can we? What's today?
So
What's
Coney
Thursday?
Island, it's in Brooklyn, New York.
Nothing more American than brightly colored explosions.
Oh, Q is here. Maybe Q wants
Nothing
to join
more
us too.
American than a theme park built on top of a garbage dump, Coney Island.
That's true.
Q.
That is
You know how
pretty
Coney
damn
Island got its
Although I'd say it's more New
Hey,
York.
Mary, you know how it got its name?
Do not.
Okay, Coney is a bastardization of the Dutch word for rabbit because the Dutch were there first. We got to that part of Brooklyn, which is also a bastardization of a Dutch word. There were
Brooklyn?
Yeah. There were and the Bronx too, Jacob Bronx. There were so many rabbits there, so they called it Coney Island. It's not even an island, but they Coney.
Well, it was a garbage island until
it essentially is Rabbit Island.
Yeah, that's why Joseph Coney, the murderous African charlatan, he's a Coney because he's a bunny rabbit.
You're talking about that African guy? Like K-O-N-E?
1 second. Can
Yeah.
I really have to start this? Can we like solidify this? What exactly are we reading and when do we meet?
No, don't solidify.
Yeah,
It
solidify.
exists in the mush.
Okay. Isa, here's what our town did.
So what's our assignment and when are we reaching?
So I am going to. Oh my God!
Quiet.
I am
Quiet.
going.
Yes, her
I'm
question.
going to set a room for Monday around this time, so that we get together and we discuss the first part of the fountainhead. So
It's broken
200
into parts?
pages.
Can we
It's
do
broken into 4 parts, so it's very, very clear.
any way we can do it at 3 o'clock Eastern time?
Yeah, it sounds like the way an objectivist would write a book.
No, because I go to
Part
bed.
1, Peter Keating.
Okay,
I
I
also
can't
go to bed
participate.
at 3 in the afternoon.
Well, we can do it at 2 or 3. That would work for me as well.
Yeah. 3 would be great, but you said you go to
Well,
bed.
when 2, yeah, I would prefer at 2 if possible.
I won't be back from a doctor's appointment, but go right ahead. Don't plan it around me. So have fun.
Okay, we can do Tuesday as well.
Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday's wonderful. Tuesday would be great.
Okay. So
Hi,
say
when are
6
you
to
guys?
11
When are you
Eastern.
guys serving the free beer tomorrow?
No, hold
Let's
on,
do
Meyer.
Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday at 2 Eastern.
You know, I was thinking about what's
Okay,
gonna be like
Great.
when I have to shovel the
Tuesday
snow
at
this
2
Winter.
Eastern.
Shut up, Edmund.
Yeah,
Hold on a
you'll
second.
troll in a minute. Tuesday at 2 Eastern, part 1 of the Fountainhead.
Yeah, Simon, it is 8 for you on Tuesday, 8 p.m.
I'm willing to bet this never
Oh,
happens.
see, when they said 2 p.m., I thought you were reversing into.
Simon,
our
8
time.
p.m. on Tuesday, does it work?
Yeah, it should be good.
Wait, but isn't
Okay.
that like 3 in the
Okay,
morning
so
for you? Hold on.
Hold on.
It's like 8
Q.
a.m.
They're local.
No,
No, it's
Q.
8 p.m.
Q.
2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, do it
Oh,
in
yeah.
No,
It's 2
yes,
p.m. for us.
just
Oh,
it's 2 p.m. for US and
Yes,
8 p.m.
fine.
for Simon and me.
okay,
Q,
fine.
we're
Perfect.
gonna
Why can't
read.
you call New York
Okay,
the U.S.? Let's make it official. I
Yeah.
want this to
So-
the U.S.
All
Q.
3 zones are.
I'm in.
Four
Do you
zones.
want?
Four zones.
Can you
Yeah,
guys
4.
please stop talking for 1 second? Q,
Yes, I'm
we're
in.
going to read the Fountainhead. You want to?
Sure.
Good. Okay, I'm going to create the room.
Okay, I have to.
Now you can talk what you want.
No, I have to start working. I'm going to actually listen to the Fountainhead while I start. I'll be back later.
Where do you listen on?
You
Is
can
this-
use with
Is this like the
file.
Jerry Seinfeld jerk-off competition show?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Is that like a competition where you jerk off to Jerry Seinfeld, or Jerry Seinfeld jerks off and you try to beat him?
Oh, excited. I like your evolving sense of humor. That was a good one.
Man, you ain't never seen Seinfeld.
Well, once you're done
I know
with the
every
Fountainhead, tell me
single
how many
episode
of
of
us
Seinfeld.
decide to blow up public housing.
But he blows it up in principle.
Oh, right. It was the principle of the thing.
So what's your
Of course it
favorite
was.
line? What's your favorite scene / line from all of the Seinfelds you know?
Seinfeld?
Yada.
Yeah, of course you would love that one. Good question. They're
He's
good.
Spongeworthy.
That's such a
mine.
good question. Like, there's so many
No.
amazing lines.
Spongeworthy is my favorite concept.
Spongeworthy is good.
SpongeBob, yeah, that's good.
I really enjoyed Master of My Domain because I loved the back and forth, like King of the Castle.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is when Cosmo Kramer went up on stage and started screaming, "You fucking niggers!"
Right. You would appreciate that one as well.
I missed that episode.
You fucking nigger.
It wasn't an episode. That was a stand-up.
I know.
Or the time he gives
You
Elaine
fucking
back
niggers.
and calls her his buddy. He gets so her pal. He calls her his pal. And I assumed after they had previously had sex.
So Elaine Bennis was like my jerk-off sweetheart. You know, she was so hot. I mean, was she not just the cutest little apple pie?
She's
She
amazing.
still is. She is a phenomenal Jewish woman.
Do you know that she's related to Dreyfus of the Dreyfus Affair?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an heiress. She never needed to work. She's never needed to work a day in her life, and so Seinfeld was still like a big career move, even though she didn't need any money.
Yeah, no, she just loves being a goofball, and she's great at it.
Yeah, and she's a wife and a family person, a normal person, and even VP was a big show, but that show sucked.
Yeah.
No, I like Beat. Beat was good. Screw you. That had
Hey,
great insults. Some of the best insults were written in Beat.
Should we all go meet at the Seinfeld diner? Since we're
What, Tom's?
I'm not going.
You're on Seinfeld right now. This is the Seinfeld Diner. What do you think Clown House is?
I'm not in the city. I'm in Rockland County.
Yeah, but why would you not come?
Because the city is a garbage place.
No,
That makes that. I haven't been there. I try to limit my exposure to it.
You guys are such pussies.
Listen, I appreciate the city for what it is, but that's a weird concrete labyrinth that
It's easy to get
convinces
to.
its denizens that they're somehow at the center of the world, when in reality they're trapped in a prison.
Bro, you're a target. You can't walk around New York City or any major city with Tzitzit and a kippah and your tachlis and your Torah. I mean, what are you doing?
Tachlis isn't a thing that you walk around with. You might be thinking of techelas.
I love the words.
I just don't understand. Why don't Jews wear baseball caps over their kippahs instead of getting punched in the face?
That's what I do.
Well, I wear a fedora. It's better for blocking out the sun.
No, that's drawing attention.
Like that's like a secondary target. First target is a kippah.
Well, depends what kind of fedora he has.
Yeah, that's just true.
I assure you, he's wearing one of those expensive Jewish ones.
Oh, you have a straw one, Mix that?
That I wear during the weekdays, yeah.
Oh
then
my
you're just
God.
eccentric. That's cool.
Yes.
Do you pick your toes in
Cool.
Poughkeepsie?
Stay out of
Maybe
maybe
a loser.
You're like an old man who's much younger. Like old
Yeah,
man.
but I still can see when the sun is shining.
Yeah, no, it's great.
All right, so then what I'll do is I'll go alone to the Seinfeld diner and talk to you from there.
What's it called, Tom's?
That'd be pretty funny. Is that what it's called? No, it's Monk's Diner, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was
No,
Tom's.
Tom's.
Tom's,
That
yeah.
was Monk's.
Jerry.
Tom's restaurant.
Jerry.
Tom's restaurant. They show the word restaurant in the show, but they don't show the other thing because they'd have to pay licensing fees.
So when George does opposite day and he says, if I'm such a loser and if everything I do is wrong, why don't I just do the opposite of everything I do? That is a very funny episode.
That's true. That's a classic
I'm
line.
unemployed, live with my parents, and I'm bald.
Normally I would
Hi,
lie.
I'm Victoria. Legend. You see.
What percent of that show was scripted? What percent were, they had this general outline. Okay, we're going to talk about Spongeworthy, and then they just did it on the fly. Very similar to Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
In Curb Your Enthusiasm, you can see them laughing,
Oh yeah,
almost
he has
cracking
like
up.
he has 6-page script for the Curb episodes.
Right. So do you think it was the same thing for Seinfeld?
No, I don't think so. They had a network. They had to get things like passed. I don't know how much improvisation they had. Like, they did stuff, and Kramer, like, you can't anticipate what that man did. That was amazing.
Right. But Curb Your Enthusiasm,
my favorite.
it's funny because it's clear that they have, okay, we're going to talk about stripping the Palestinian.
Yeah, they have a rough outline.
Right. And then they just do it online. But you can see them laughing. Is it me, or you can see them just almost about to break out?
Yeah.
laughing?
Yeah, because it's funny people just riffing off each other.
And
which is
it's-
what
and it's
Larry
on a
David likes
stage.
About comedy. Larry David's explanation of how he got into comedy was He realized that when he talked normally, people would laugh at him, so he just figured he should make money.
Taxi. Cuddle. Okay, yeah.
Who's talking to somebody else?
It's Simon. He never mutes, and he's always hot picking.
Okay, to be fair, I did do myself.
Are you talking to an animal or a person?
I think a cat.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of a cat.
My dog.
Oh, swing and a miss.
A couple more pounds.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. What's up?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Were you able to hear me before?
No.
No, you were. I was wondering if you fell asleep.
No, were you able to hear me before when I said that Simon treats his girlfriend like a dog?
No.
Nope.
No.
Didn't hear that.
That's fine.
And I was saying, oh, Simon, just mute off. He always does the same thing. Well, you know what? It sounded like you were listening to me because you weren't, but you were responding to me. So weird. Okay, so I was saying that Jakob and Simon are like made for each other because they never mute. Anyway, there is the invite at the top of my head.
The reason
So
why I never mute.
click on it. Why do you never mute?
Because he's a Jew.
No, I have difficulty muting unmuting, so.
Me too. It's like the smallest part of my
Okay,
screen
so
at the very bottom.
do you,
No, it's a tremor.
Jakob,
so I leave it
do
open.
you have an iPhone?
I do.
Okay, so what you need to do is to activate the voice isolation.
Which
Yeah.
I have. I have.
No, you always hear it.
Because I always put my phone down, and especially while I'm working, I charge it, so I don't have access. It's
Well,
not
I'm
always
using
like
another
readily
app.
available.
If you want to talk and you're in another app, you have to leave it muted. It doesn't have the capability, which it should, to auto mute because it hears you not talking. So
That would be good.
because
Yeah.
human voice has a certain frequency, and they can just listen on that frequency and say, "Oh, Jeffrey's not talking, mute him." But
By the way,
instead,
ours-
they work on different stupid features,
Nice.
not like essential features.
Anyway, so that's the link to the event. I don't know how this works because I've never organized a room in the
Oh, look, add the
virtual
calendar.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can.
Oh, wow, look, add a Google Calendar. This is, somebody put their thinking cap on. Wow.
Apparently.
There seems to be a project manager somewhere. Huh. I'm
We
impressed.
have wait, I don't
I
get
can't-
Google
oh, yeah, I
Calendar
can't.
because you're on an Android phone, right?
That's negative ghostwriter.
Okay, so where's the add to, the 3 dots? Oh, okay, it's hidden.
It's not hidden.
Yes, it is. It's not. It's in the. You can accept, but you still have to go into the 3 dots. That's when they make it. It should just be there, which is like.
Well, then you'd be asking them to actually work and think through user experience, which is
Exactly. For me, it's all UI.
Skeleton. Art. Okay, I got it.
Wait a minute.
This
Isn't
useful.
today? Isn't tomorrow the big day, Sarah?
What does that mean?
Yes!
What's happening?
It is. It's getting married.
Who's the big day?
Sarah, we can't hear you. We need my mic.
Wait, it didn't add it to the calendar. Oh wait, hold on. The date of the calendar is Monday the 8th, not the 9th. Tuesday the 9th, which we agreed to.
No, is it?
Yeah, I just added it and put it on the 8th.
Okay, hold on. No, I have it on the no, you're right. Oh my god, I have to fix it. Jesus Christ. Okay.
So now I have to delete it.
Delete
No.
it.
No.
I'll just move it to the 9th. Yeah, just move it.
No,
No.
you can't.
Yeah, but if you edit it, then I still have to. It doesn't sync with the calendar.
Yeah, but it won't do it because it might change the link.
Oh, okay.
Rumbling.
So delete it.
J3 library.
Delete.
That's not a library, that's yeshiva.
Okay, so it's the 9th. Okay. Let's save changes.
It's a nice looking yeshiva though. Look at that.
Okay, did it change also in your calendar?
Yeah, right here.
No.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have to re-out. Let me see if this link is working still.
July 9th, 2 p.m. Add.
Yeah, now it's good.
Add to Google Calendar.
See, this is much better than Chatter.
What do you mean it's much better on Chatter?
Than Chatter.
Oh, then Chatter. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Hey, this is where the people are.
Anyway, back to Sarah. Sarah, tomorrow's your big day, is that right? Or were we mistaken? Oh, we can't
Sarah,
hear you, Sarah.
we cannot hear you.
You're gonna have to
You might
leave
have
it.
been
Yeah.
listening to voice notes. So
A feature to add to, like I know how to pin a link, but how do you pin an event?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yes, we can.
Oh, weird. Yeah, tomorrow's a big day.
Are you nervous?
So what's happening tomorrow?
You and I getting
You're getting
married.
hitched.
Oh wow! Congratulations, Mazel Tov.
Thank you. So,
Oh,
so did
My
everything out
invite, my
today?
invite got lost on the mail.
I'm sorry.
I'm joking. I'm just messing with you.
I'm RSVP and can't make it, but thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, I hate to break it to all you Ayn Rand fans, but not many of you know this, but she was actually a participant in the Kinsey Institute's sex research projects, and she used to get pegged by a 6'5" black guy while they would take pornographic photos of her gaping asshole.
I definitely don't want to see that.
the
but
proof.
that's awesome.
I know this is very unsettling information that Ayn Rand's gaping asshole was used for sex research, but I know she's not a philosopher, so you guys are again wasting your lives.
It's Ayn Rand. Wait, did you say she's not a philosopher?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry, just spreading a little disinformation.
Hey, at least he's the responsible disinformation.
She did have a sex
Safety and disinformation.
She had like a weird little like group of groupies.
Yeah, like Simon.
I don't know. She had like 3 lovers or something. I think there was like fighting about it after she died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was the whole thing. Look into it.
They must have found her really sexy. Her brain very sexy.
Well, she was a cult leader. There's almost
She's
always
a
sex.
cult leader. How do we say
Benjamin Franklin had lovers.
That's like saying Aristotle was a cult leader, or like
Just wait 500 years and then it's not.
Aristotle was a teacher at a university. You could call that a cult leader. I'm not really going to stop you.
Well, she was a chain smoker and she used, I believe, like amphetamines.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the era of amphetamines. We're still kind of in the era of amphetamines.
You see, I want amphetamines because I think that would make me smarter and also more productive.
No, it would distort your natural disposition.
I don't know, like
She
people
really-
talking,
right.
taking these Adderall thing, like all these guys taking the Adderall in Clubhouse, like
I
you
don't
talk
take
all
Adderall.
the time how, yes, but a lot of people do.
Did when I was
They
young.
always talk about, well, you see, you took Adderall. So everybody in
dislike
the
that.
US apparently has had Adderall, and you guys are so productive. You always talk about like how amazing your brain works on Adderall. I would like to try that. I've never tried any enhancement.
Well, it's not
And I
gonna not
really
make
love
you.
it.
You can't de-bitch yourself. That's one thing. Adderall will actually make you more of a psychopath. Did you know that? And it'll make you gay too.
Why would it make me gay?
I don't know, why not?
Turns frog.
He's spreading misinformation.
No, clearly you don't fuck on cocaine. Sorry.
Freud disagrees.
Wow. No.
I don't like cocaine. I just like the way it smells. And Sigmund Freud was the biggest cokehead ever, and he is credited with writing more books than any human in history because of his snuff box addiction.
I know, seriously, you gotta think that through, right?
Yeah, I mean, Ayn Rand is on speed as well for a
Meth.
while.
So
Happy birthday, America.
Adderall is meth, and if you want to speed up your brain, what are you really speeding your brain up for if you're not actually reading books or trying to do work, So if you use drugs, use them productively.
Adderall's not real, though.
That's right.
That doesn't. It's not the real you doing the work. It's a crutch.
No, it really is you doing the work. It's called doping. Did you know you can dope your body chemically?
But are you really processing the words? that
Yeah,
you're consuming?
if you have intention. I mean, what's your will behind your act?
I guess. Well, if you say so.
I mean, you're a fucking horse, Frederick. Who are you? Have you ever done Adderall and read a book and then jerked off and fell asleep?
Done a lot of drugs. Hey.
Have you tried Adderall, Q?
No. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Somebody was talking to me about Ritalin.
Don't do drugs, guys.
Ritalin.
Don't do drugs.
Ritalin.
I've done many drugs.
Ritalin.
Don't do it.
Have you tried it?
Don't do
No,
it.
I just know how to pronounce it.
It's the same thing.
Somebody talked to me about
It's
it,
meth.
Don't
and
do
they
it.
said that
Don't do it.
it made shut up. It made you very productive, and that you could actually do a lot of stuff. Like you can start working and just be super amazing.
Actually, since you all are going to waste your time reading 200 pages of Ayn Rand, maybe you should get some Adderall so you can read quicker, so you can speed up the waste of time that you're about to do, so you can have another loser clown house room talking about nothing. I mean, I know this is Seinfeld, but let's admit that this is the Seinfeld show, at least.
Wait, I don't get it. You read philosophy. What's your opinion on her philosophy?
Ayn Rand, what a loser.
Agree. She's such an ugly
Sure,
bitch.
what a loser.
She's so ugly.
What's your
I've ever seen in my life.
Have you seen me?
He's not very
I created a Tinder profile, a Hinge profile, and a Bumble profile with Ayn Rand. That ugly bitch didn't get one fucking match.
What's your opinion on objectivism? Forget Ayn Rand. Just what's objective?
Curtis loves her.
As in like an object? So like an ism of an object? Is that philosophy? Sorry. Did you hear about this thing called God? Did you know God's tied into philosophy? Many people don't think that God is part of philosophy.
You don't think she's odd,
Objectivism is
Curtis?
an atheistic philosophy. I don't understand.
What is this?
What
What
is
is
it?
Ayn Rand?
Simon, I know you're jet lagged, but did you know that God is tied into philosophy? I bet you didn't know that.
Really, John?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Nobody-
you can read it in a bunch of philosophers.
Did you know that God is philosophy and that philosophy is God?
Okay, but like, are we trolling or what?
No, I'm being an objectivist. My body, my brain, my thoughts are objects of my will.
Just lower a tad your energy, just a tiny little bit.
He's on Adderall, leave him alone, or Ritalin.
No, I'm drinking coffee.
Well then, fewer cups of coffee, please.
You're right. I'm just so excited for this upcoming bang boat session at my boat while the fireworks go off. It's gonna be the big bang.
Bang, boat, bang, bang, bang.
Do you know that the Big Bang Theory has never been proved? Like they've been trying to do it at CERN in Switzerland, but they can't show you how we went from inorganic to organic matter. So they can't prove to you how carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, how we leaped from inorganic to organic matter. Like so, it's like, fuck off! You taught me all this shit. and
It's
they
all a
can't prove it.
scam. All these particle accelerator business.
Scammers.
It's all scams. It's scientific, bureaucratic scams. It's all fucking scams.
Scams.
So that one should make a movie.
No,
Wait, so
no
are-
movies. Not worth the money.
I'm still waiting to hear why Ayn Rand is dumb or stupid or objective.
She was just ugly, that's all. We told you, she was just very ugly. You know, not easy on the eyes.
They're really not easy on the hair either.
I bet she had a hairy armpits. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know about that.
She looked like she didn't shave her armpits.
What nationality is she?
Well, her armpit and a mustache.
Where was
Yeah,
she
she
from?
did have a mustache. Soviet Union.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, she was Soviet girl. You know all those Russian girls. They're rough. They're rough around the edges. Ukrainian Soviet girls. What part of Soviet Union was she from? Does anybody know?
St. Petersburg.
Oh God. She gives St. Petersburg a bad name with her looks.
That's facts.
How did the movies
Did she get married?
How do the movies compare to the books? And was any philosophy missed out in the movie?
The Fountainhead is really good. The Atlas Shrugged ones are fucking horrible.
I screwed this German girl who's really into Ayn Rand. She was interesting. The girl, not Ayn Rand, but I heard about it all the time. On and on and on. How wonderful Ayn Rand was. Oh my god. Wow.
Was she a good fuck?
She's modern day Irish.
Crazy, John. Absolutely crazy. I mean, she's up there, top.
Actually,
top
you know, I've been in communication with Shmuley Bateach, and I've actually published a new book called Sex Today with Methodologies by Ayn Rand, and it deals specifically with anal gapping as well as what they call the donkey punch. And so, you know, Rabbi Shmuley Bateach, he's a universalist Jew and he's into kosher sex, so he believes that my book might become a bestseller on the New York Times.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Tell me more.
Tell us more, John.
It basically deals with objectivism, or the atheistic objectivist approach to rationalization and basically communication in a nutshell. However, it was said that Ayn Rand's pussy was so big you could fist her, not just with one fist, but two fists at the same time. And then in the sex manual, I have detailed in explicit detail how another man takes his fist and shoves it up her ass. And so three fists inside of Ayn Rand's, you know, body at once creates a synthesis, what you might call a Trinity effect. And so from this natural occurrence of Holy Spirit mixed with objectivist atheistic perspectives, we get the biggest anal gap in human history.
Can you string together a few more words?
That's a massive yeah.
Do not come.
Damn, John, you're crazy. I like it. How many cups of coffee have you had today, John?
Two, and I'm about to smoke weed. I haven't smoked weed yet, but just wait till I take the weed into the blood system, yeah.
Start now.
Get a little nose beer.
You know, not many of you know this, but I'm actually famous in the real world because I'm the first human being who's ever had an orgasm through nasal stimulation. So I bought a vibrator, I started stimulating my nose, and sure enough, it turns out you can actually orgasm by stimulating your nostril. Try it sometime. You might be surprised.
What kind of vibrator did you put in your nose, dude?
No, it's a vibration wand. You just use it, you know, wherever. But if you stick it on your nose, you can actually come because your nose has so many nerve endings, and it's so sensitive. If you focus hard enough, you can actually come by masturbating your nose. I know that sounds ridiculous, but don't knock it till you try it.
Everybody's gonna go right now and
I had some questions. My question is, two nostrils at once come twice as fast.
What you do is you get the massaging wand with like the ball head at the end, and then you just rest that on the tip of your nose. You don't want to do individual nostrils, otherwise it's hard to achieve the orgasmic effect.
What other body parts, like earlobe? Have you tried earlobe?
Have you ever vibrated a girl's butthole and they just sit there like for hours?
Yeah. It's not that unusual.
Your point?
I'm just saying, I was amazed once. This one girl had like a butt fetish or something, and she just wanted me to massage her butthole. And she laid there for an hour while I stuck a massaging one on her butthole for like an hour. I was like, bitch, when is this shit gonna be over? Like, I gotta go to bed.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not in the butthole massaging business. Like, it just...
That was your shortest relationship.
It's crazy. She got vaccinated, and this is the craziest thing. She got vaccinated, and she literally became a paraplegic from the vaccine. I couldn't fucking believe it.
But it probably has a lower body count, though, no? Than the other disaster area, the Philly cheesesteak.
I mean, what is up with, the differences in vaginas? Like, how do you have Philly cheesesteak vaginas, and then you have the most, like, short, petite, little kitty cat vaginas?
John, I need to teach you the statistical concept of variance. What is that?
I'm sorry, does variance have anything to do with objectivist, atheist philosophy?
No, but it has everything to do with why is this vagina different than that vagina. There's a median or a mean vagina, and then variance around the mean.
Oh, here we go.
I see. So if we were to go to a butcher shop and say, can I get 2 pounds of corned beef and 5 pounds of hard cut salami, and we were to try to construct a vagina out of dainty meats, and then we were to fist that dainty meat art project, would the objectivist atheist come out of the rear end of this fake meat vagina?
I'd have to defer to you on that one. I can't help you with that.
You can't help you. See, you confuse
How
me.
has this become the topic of conversation right now?
Yeah, we were on a very philosophical Ayn Rand discussion. Now we're talking about double system.
Are you kidding me? You guys spent 30 minutes fucking link up top. You guys never mentioned one thing that she ever said. You said nothing the whole time we've been here. Get a
That's
life.
the whole point. We wanted
Giza
to
doesn't want.
quiet.
Yeah, Giza would fucking jump on
Jesus
us
is
every
so
time.
Because
confused right
today
now.
is not the
He's
destruction
so
day. The
Right,
destruction
today is July 4th.
Today is
Hey,
planning
happy,
day.
happy birthday, America. Greatest land on earth. Happy birthday, America.
Well, happy birthday to a country that didn't exist. You know, I always
Oh,
find July
so
4th.
jealous.
It should be the day we sign the Constitution, like Canada.
Are you from Canada, son?
No,
Justin Trudeau?
no, he can go screw himself.
Trudeau.
Oh my God, he doesn't know economics. He literally doesn't know.
The communist from Cuba. Yes, Trudeau.
Nobody in Canada understands economics.
It's
That's
Canada
why.
okay? It's like Pakistan.
That's why China is in the circumstance that they're in.
Listen, I hate to do non sequiturs, but if you haven't read Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus, I highly encourage you to read those Stoic philosophers because you are getting the wisdom and the information direct from the ruler of the known world at the time. He was a philosopher king philosopher, maybe the best ever. Until you read Marcus Aurelius, all your bullshit, whether you're Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, Muslim, or I don't give a fuck. The point is, you flying spaghetti space monsters, if you haven't read the ruler of the known world from, 1800 years ago or whatever, you think you know Christ, listen, Marcus Aurelius was more Jesus Christ than Jesus Christ, okay? But he did murder Christians. And so from a political perspective, there's so much intrigue. In fact, if I could make a movie, I would make a movie about Marcus Aurelius killing the early Christians, because that would be like the next big Mel Gibson film. And if any of you work in Hollywood, you goddamn better call me at 312-498-0517. Raboyne Shalom. My tuchus this beautiful 4th of July is complete.
Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday, America.
Objectivism takes stoicism.
Simon,
Fucking wipes it
Canada,
with that.
say happy birthday.
Simon, you're mumbling and you're jet lagged, okay? You're an objectivist atheist. Get a life.
I don't know what being an atheist has to do with anything.
It just means you have no morals.
Bro, when you say the word
No,
atheism, Simon, man, listen,
It
Simon.
just means you have no morals.
You're going to need to go through World War III.
Your moral strong.
Simon, you're going to have to go through World War III in order to wake up.
John, okay, Judaism
And Christianity.
So your concept of morality,
Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill, don't
Yeah,
rape
that's
your
what we-
neighbor's wife.
Let's just start with the 10 Commandments and we'll go off of that.
the Ten Commandments are even better. Christianity doesn't want
Hold on, there's 9 commandments in one statement.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. One is not a commandment.
I give my people Israel these 10 commandments.
Are you Jewish?
Both.
You watch when you watch a Mel Brooks film, are you still an atheist when you're watching Mel
Hey,
Brooks?
John, hold on. I'm trying to. How are you both? You could be a Christian and
Well,
a
Jesus was a Jew, wasn't he?
Now,
Don't beat this Jews for Jesus thing. That's sort of like non-binary.
Bro, you asked the question.
Yaakov, can you explain that? Because honestly, when I talk about non-binary or binary or duality and non-duality, it does get confusing, and like you start to forget which one means which.
Okay, well,
So,
just
okay,
referring to Jews and Christians, you're either Jewish, you believe the Messiah hasn't come, or you're Christian, you believe Jesus was the Messiah. So
Got it.
that's binary. You keep the Jews for Jesus thing, it really just doesn't work in my
You
mind.
sound jealous, yeah.
But
No,
Yaakov,
I'm not jealous. I'm just I think a bunch
Yaakov.
of people got.
You'd be compromising on everything you're saying you believe in.
Well,
Wait, binary means two positions. Binary means two.
One question. What do you think, Jacob, about Messianic Jews or just for Jesus? How?
Apparently, he thinks it's not a thing.
I treat them with all due respect. In Judaism, we don't say that anybody has to behave or.
Can you stop for a second, Frederick? Because I'm being
Sorry.
annoying, not fun.
Two minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Everyone has the right to practice whatever religion they want. We are not a proselytizing religion. We do take askance to when people proselytize to us, but we're not. If someone goes astray, we still consider them Jewish. We're not gonna shut them down and cut them off from the rest of the world. At least most Jews.
So you wouldn't ostracize a Jew that believes in Jesus?
Yeah,
Well, look at Spinoza. Look what you did to Spinoza.
Dinner. We're not going to invite them for Shabbos dinner, but
Look what you did to Spinoza.
Dude, Jacob, I grew up with bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs, like 4,000 kids in one school, so I was always invited. So I don't know about you.
Why wouldn't
Maybe
you
it has
invite
something to
them
do with
for dinner?
Ashkenazis, so I'm okay with that.
Ashkenazis.
what?
Why wouldn't you invite them for dinner?
Yeah,
Shabbos
I
dinner?
was always invited to bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs.
I don't know. I just would not want that topic to come up. If they agree to not talk
Oh, what's up,
religion,
guys? Sorry, this phone
everything's
went
on. Come over for dinner. The beer game, do everything. But I just don't want to. I don't want to be proselytized to it. Unfortunately, on two
I was
occasions.
trying to do that, Jacob.
Jacob, if somebody tries to tell you how
She
important.
asked me why, and my personal.
I am asking him.
Yeah, so it's
why
my personal life. I've been proselytized by a
No one
Messianic
wants to do
Jew,
that.
and so
Nobody wants to do that.
well, okay, that's your position. My experience says otherwise, so we can have a different.
Listen, let's just move this conversation
Let's say,
along.
for example, one of your sons. Do you have sons?
Dev Hippie Steven, what's going on? How are you doing? Fourth. Can you hear me?
Happy 4th, and I wanted to say thank you for your service.
Oh,
I'm gonna be getting ready.
people have been thanking me for years, and I just keep telling them, thank yourself because you paid me to do this, and I didn't sacrifice a thing. God bless.
I know truths.
No, I honestly, my patriotic service, honestly, I've probably done more patriotic things through communication, and basically spreading disinformation. Misinformation. That's honestly the most patriotic thing I've ever done is be a liar on behalf of my country. I know that sounds horrible, but it does bring up an important issue of, moral relativism.
Oh my. Okay.
I'm not a traitor, I swear to God. I love Uncle Sam. I'll suck his cock. How much can he pay me? I just got back from the Pride Parade.
Oh my.
After the Pride Parade was over in Chicago, there was like a street protest because the Pride Parade is so corporate. If you look at the Pride Parade Instagram account, it's like a collection of 3,000 corporations. It's totally a business. It is nothing to do with a movement or rights. And so there was a massive protest afterwards, and they fucking arrested all of them. They said, ain't gonna happen, bitch. And there's this video of this white guy sitting outside of his like $1.6 million house while these black girls are twerking and destroying his car. And he's just sitting there watching them in total like disgust, disbelief, and mediocrity and sadness. And it's just, it is what it is. Like, people are going to be crazy, and do crazy things. It doesn't matter how you organize them. They're going to do stupid shit. But when liars and leadership say that it's a movement, oh my God, it's just such a scam. So, vote Democrat and cut your dick off.
I'll vote Democrat, but I'll keep my dick. Thank you.
See, Steven, this you have to switch it up. You cannot vote Democrat forever. You have to try to balance the
Well,
ship.
you know, if the Republican Party would actually put it, you know, I keep on telling these assholes this, they were all Republicans, and have a non-Republican candidate, because Trump is not a fucking Republican. You know, I keep on telling them, hey, you know what? You guys had the perfect opportunity this year to run somebody
Yeah.
that the whole country can get behind.
Yeah.
Yet you're choosing this asshat, orange-faced fucking clown buffoon.
Oh no
And
no
you
no
want
no.
people to- and you want people taking it
I
serious.
thought you were talking about Joe
You
Biden.
know. Oh, Joe Biden needs to go too, dude.
He's
You
done.
know, but-
Apparently he's done. Like it's actually it's official. Apparently.
How's that?
Go to drudgereport.com. All the major news is saying that it's Kamala Harris's party now.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to. That wasn't supposed to fucking happen until.
Well, it's because they.
it's not.
I guarantee you, some of these lobbying firms must have AI technology that can do predictive programming and
Oh yeah.
figure out the percentages. And it's the same thing with Texas Hold'em. You know, but there's the
Yeah.
element still of a bluff in the system, and so that's
Right.
always, you know, the meaning in between the sentences or something. So there's still, in my, you know the movie Star Wars with the Sith Lords. It's my opinion that everything is like a mirror or parallel of Star Wars, and so there is a Sith
yeah.
there is a Sith Lord yet to emerge from the shadows.
Yeah, I cannot disagree with that. The comparison is pretty heavy as you know, and why Lucas fucking produced the film is probably these very freaking reasons. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, no. Remember what 4 years ago everybody was talking about fucking Biden's gonna win the second term and die within his second term. And that Kamala Harris was going to take over as president.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's coming to fruition.
Exactly.
Then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What some people say about the future is accurate. What some people say about the future is just totally emotional opinion, and it's not necessarily really predictive.
But I've always thought that theory was a good possibility. And I'm from California. I fucking hate Kamala Harris. I fucking hate her. She fucking handed out so many mandatory terms for fucking minor drug use and possession and sales that it's fucking ridiculous. I have friends that are sitting in fucking prison for fucking 20 years because of that fucking cunt. So, to hell with her.
Well, you should actually create a YouTube hit piece then about that exact situation and send it to me, because I forgot about all that stuff about her attorney general years when she prosecuted and persecuted for her own records, you know, meaning that like a lot of these lawyers, they only choose cases that they can win, so they have like pristine, you know, records or wins, and that's just not the basis of law or good people. So, you know, we live again amongst Sith Lords that are in a war with a Jedi Union of some sort. So like the Jedi Union, that's why I say is like, if you're so anti-Republican, you're discounting a lot of Jedis. And it's not, the party is an abstract concept and a label, but the individuals within it, it always comes down to, okay, I like this person. This is a good person. I can feel it. What they say is positive. You know, the record is good. Like, I will go with this person even though they're a Republican. You should have that perspective, because Alan Watts, the philosopher, you know, British author, etc., he says that politics is like sleeping. You sleep on your left side, and then when you get tired with that, you rotate to your right, and when you get tired with that, you lay flat on your back. And like, that's the libertarian position. So, you know, you cannot possibly call yourself an intelligent person and just constantly say, I only vote Democrat, because that's an all or nothing position. And so that may reflect your own personal problems that, like, you know, you still have yet to overcome your own fears. I don't know. I know I'm really pushing.
And or ignorance. It's not just fear, it's ignorance as well. I mean, because, well, you know, ignorance does breed fear. So I guess
Yeah.
the source of it is ignorance, not the fear. The fear is just a byproduct of the ignorance. But yeah, no, I mean, and like I said earlier, I mean, by all means, if the Republican Party would actually put in a candidate that people can get behind, they would convert a lot of Democrats to Republican this year, because not even the Democrats want fucking Joe Biden in there. My mom is a lifelong fucking Democrat, and she would rather not have Joe Biden in there. It was just.
But she wouldn't rather have Trump in there, though.
She wouldn't rather have Trump in there. You are correct. You know, so it's always gonna. You know, it's been the choice of a douchebag and a shit sandwich for fucking, you know, how many decades now. You know, and here we are. You know, and
but at least
the ultimate douchebag and the ultimate shit sandwich. You know.
It's kind of funny because I was about to say, well, Trump, you know, it's so funny because we all think Trump isn't a politician, but the fact that he had to work with politicians his whole career, he's motherfucker's politician inside and out. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, how are you doing? How's your son doing?
Yeah, no, his work with politicians is opening his wallet and buying whatever the fuck he wants. So, you know, yes, I guess he is a politician, and you know, but you know, when you know, this is exactly the tyranny in which our fathers warned us about, and you know, we got to put it in check. Yeah, okay, I agree. Guns and fucking missiles and you know, an actual civil war is not the fucking answer, but we do have a reply with our vote, and that's if everybody doesn't vote. Just like if everybody didn't pay their fucking taxes for 1 year.
But nobody's to think that everybody is going to vote with the way that the environment is. It's impossible because people can't even pay their electric bill. How the fuck are they going to get to a ballot box and sit there for 3 hours to try to, you know, do an online or a digital? Listen, the whole thing is fucked. I think, you know, the Democrat candidate is going to win because the system is basically weighted or curved. And so, you know, to put Trump back in would be so disastrous for the powers that be that the system is willing to outright lie to all of us and call it just and call it justified. So that's the way it is.
That's to say that the system hasn't always been outright lying to us, and we all know that that's a fucking fallacy. So to say that this is a new thing, no, it's really fucking not. And to say it's something you're just for by reasoning of Trump is not accurate as well. Because this has been happening for, again, decades, and you know, it's really a matter of fucking the American people putting their foot down and putting their foot down where it fucking hurts them. That's in the ballot box, and that's in their fucking collection of taxes. They cannot fucking arrest us all. They just can't. They can't come after us all. They don't have enough of them to come after all of us. Period.
Well, that's the thing about muscle power, manpower, and like all the deportation. So it's possible that a very conservative government takes over in the U.S. as well as France, because historically, governments in France and in the U.S., they seem to parallel one another historically, you know, going back to the Revolution and whatnot, or the French Enlightenment and the subsequent French Revolution. So it's predicted that France is going hard right, and there was a news article that the hard right government is going to deport all radical clerics, shut down all mosques, and get rid of, like, and be very discerning and aggressive and discriminating. And so it's possible that with the Trump 2025 plan and the mass deportations and the ending of sanctuary city status, meaning that the federal government will make moves on all Democrat governors in all their major cities in the country. That could theoretically play out. And that's what I'm saying is I think that's why so many people are panicking, because they know that the government always we do this yin yang dance, left to right, right to left, and so that's what everybody's trying to prevent, is a return to the right. But how do they prevent that, or how does the right engineer a possible black swan or false flag event to force the population to go Trump 100% because there's such a manufactured crisis?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's a manufactured crisis that's big enough to fucking actually get.
Really? 9/11 doesn't ring a bell?
I mean, yes, it rings a bell, and I get your point, but I mean, God, I mean, I keep on telling my fucking Republican friends that fucking that are Trumpers. Look, fanaticism leads to one thing and one thing only. If you're not looking at the annals of history right now, then you're really fucking up. You're fucking up as an educated American, and you're fucking up as just purely an American, and you're fucking up as a human being. Because, we saw the same type of wave with, I don't know, Stalin, Hitler,
Wait, Steven, let me give you the reality pudding, okay? The Pentagon, so, we're stoners sitting here on Clown House having a good old chat, but we don't work at the Pentagon. We don't work at the CIA. We don't work at the NSA. We don't work at Raytheon, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, or 100 other organizations with millions of people involved in their own special interests. We are not connected, so to speak, other than our analysis. So the CIA is spending $5 billion a month. $5 billion a month, and divide that by 30 days, and you can see what their daily budget is. The Pentagon is spending $80 billion a month, okay? So that's like $3 billion a day they're spending. So what I'm trying to say is we can pretend we're disconnected and that we are not actually integrated into that system, but we are, because of the ramifications and the repercussions of those budgetary expenses and their actions and activities. So politics and war and false flags and theatrical performances is how politics plays out. It's a giant theatrical drama. And so you have yet to see the real drama unfold. I know, we don't have a calendar and we don't know what happens in the future. But Steven and Death Hippie, you are about to see some of the most beautiful, crafted lies and dramatic events in human history. It's a zit, and there is so much pus in there. And we have been picking and squeezing, and the whole side of the face is completely inflamed. And the pus is regrouping, and it's about to burst. And I can tell you, George Bush is a Sith Lord just in the shadows, and there's so many Sith Lords in the shadows that even an assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life is most likely an event to occur, leading up to the election. So many horrible, dramatic things will and may occur, and they could be prevented, but most likely there are plans and operations and calendar dates already on the books for all kinds of crazy things.
Oh, yeah, I could not disagree with that. I do believe that that's a good synopsis.
Yeah, I think actually kind of describing Donald Trump or Joe Biden as an abscess or a zit, is a good analogy for these people, because it's almost like, how do we get these people? Where do they come from? How do they get elected? Why isn't it organic? But zits are organic, but they generally come about from a lack of hygiene, or diet, or basically when your face is full of zits, you are out of whack with your environment, or your environment is out of whack with your true self. And so the anxiety and the fear and the depression and all those things come out, in like a death spiral. And you start picking your face. The next thing you know, you got scars all over your face. And it's really because of your brain. Your brain was not equilibrated, and you were picking your face, and it's a neurotic thing, but it's primarily because your environment's fucked up, and as a result, you become fucked up. Okay, so my pontificating soapbox hour has passed. Stephen Death Hippie, this is Jefferson Park News Book Club. You're also on johnkitover.com at 312-498-0517 and the Tiffany Sotheby call-in show. Stephen, have you met my girlfriend and fiancée, Tiffany Sotheby? I guess not. Many people, though, are interested in Tiffany Sotheby. Who is this girl? Oh.
That was well put. Have a good evening, fellas.
You mean a good morning?
It's evening for me.
Oh, good evening. Have a great day. Happy 4th.
You too. Bye-bye.
I'm another satisfied customer of the Tiffany Sotheby Incorporated Productions. Boinoy Shalom.
My point is just illustrated.
Oh my God, this one went viral.
This is free, guys. They don't have to help. Okay? What are you guys doing for veteran? What are you doing for the veteran community, man? I'm gonna post a link at the top, guys, so you guys can get some more information about this event. This is free, guys. They don't have to help right here. That's right, man. People, y'all out here complaining and stuff like that. Put your money where your mouth is. Get some veterans to the event on Saturday. That's what y'all need to do. And guess what? Elena is also, she has a thing that she's doing for military spouses. It's very special, man. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Real talk, man. Right here. That's right, man. People, y'all out here complaining and stuff like that. Put your money where your mouth is. I know. I'm creating content over here of our conversation. I know, I'm creating.
I'm eating everybody. Hold on real quick. Just everybody sit on me for 1 second. Just please sit on me for 1 second, everybody. Please. I just want everybody to finish their points. Please, I'm eating everybody. Hold on. Is it you? Is it only you? You went into this whole rant about bro. You went in, you're not even letting me finish if this was the point. When I think I just want to show when men are talking. I know. But okay, so when we saw several years ago, God damn it! Shut up! Did I shut up in my own room? I just want to show when men talk that how much I want them. So I'm ready. This is also your question. Show respect to Brett. To be gathered by the anointed man who leads them. That's the law. These dudes are still false prophets because even Jesus was a false. God is one. And He is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, just like you are three. You are a body, a soul, and a mind. You are not three people, but you are one with a spirit, a body. Married
Then do your paperwork through the state, and then you're religiously married.
Oh no, it's not how it's done here. Here you go to the religious authority that marries people. Noah. Everyone saw Noah, where God gave mankind 120 years so that he might change his mind at the evil you're on. When other prophets come to judge the people, well, Muhammad.
I don't do that. You don't when you masturbate like that, especially with a vibrator, they say that you're having intercourse with a sex demon, like an incubus or a sex.
Okay, look, this is why what you're not that's why I'm trying to understand what you're invalidating. You're just setting the fucking up.
War, and they fought 5 wars, and they won fair and square. And now the losers cry every day. Okay? It's not a religious war. They fought and won.
No one's saying
it doesn't even make sense.
That's absolutely not a fact. We don't recognize them as white. But Brad, you're at the park.
Yeah, you do. But you thought
What's the next?
I need help! I need help! I need help! 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 Please! Nacho cheese! Nacho
It's actually cheaper. This is a secret call for help, and he won't let his doctor know. Like, this guy should be, his name should be Night Cheater.
Nacho cheese!
Sounds like Night Cheater.
Nacho cheese!
Like,
in my regular voice, so you can't do nothing with my voice.
Well, what do you want to say with your fake voice that you can't say in your real voice?
I don't really have nothing to say because I don't understand what they're up. Okay, is there a purpose to it?
Yeah, we're trying to make money. You down?
Who ain't down making money?
Bro, James, this is why I call James my only true Jewish cousin on the app.
Because he's the only Jewish that doesn't believe in Israel? Wait, James. No, you're mistaken. I do believe in Israel, gang.
Bro, James, this is why I call James.
And basically just Jews and ethnicity. That's why they focus so much on this ethnic aspect, is to remove the faith from it, so that they can have their godlessness.
Again, James, not everything is black and white. The fact that I am not religious doesn't mean that there are not religious people.
And basically just Jews and ethnic.
Biggest struggle. Either you are fully atheist or you're not.
Well, can't you handle both? Can't you handle the some people are religious and some people are not?
Disingenuous.
No, you just need to understand. I understand, but you need to understand that there are different.
His mentality and that of the people that founded it to begin with is that they lied. They lied. When they lobbied and mobilized.
Daniel says, and he is well within his right, just like they were back then, in that time when God made it clear, Yahweh made it clear, you are not to mix with people that don't have the right thought for them. Not agreed, I understand you don't agree, but...
Okay, that YouTube account is called Jefferson Park News 2, and it's doing pretty good. There's a lot of content on there. Holy shit.
They crush people's best instincts, their love of nature, which is a virtue, of course, their love of their neighbors during COVID. Don't you care about your neighbors the way like you do and your grandparents? You're my grandparent, of course. So you're a bad person if you resist. I was a terrible person for going to Sweden. You're a very bad person. You don't care about anyone else. And that's what they do. It's weaponized virtue. And my opposers, every single virtuous thing that comes out of their mouth is never from a place of virtue. It's from a place of hate. It's weaponized. I don't.
Okay, Stephen, thanks for being with me here on this exploration of the human mind as I troll myself and hypnotize myself to help me get smarter and have more
Section
love.
1 of Musings of a Chinese Mystic.
Love and
Selections
wisdom.
from Philosophy of Chuang-Tzu. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Music Musings of a Chinese Mystic, Selections from the Philosophy of Zhuangzi by Lionel Giles, translated by Herbert Giles. Introduction, Part 1. Although Chinese history can show no authentic contemporary record